His F-bomb to normal word ratio is pretty fucking fantastic.
And there we go. We are live.
Oh, hey, perfect time.
They caught the end of the story. They don't know who exactly we're talking about. But yeah, it's Sunday night. I'm Ben Coombs. I've got the most awesomest pleasure of hanging out with Ike, the man himself from Flipside Music.
What is going on?
Yes. What is going on?
Apparently,
we found out my new microphone will not work and allow us to use the speakers in this computer. That's what we found out. What is going on? Oh, someone had an echo.
Oh, that was me. Sorry, I was just getting the I'm getting this thing set up so I can read the chats just in case anybody has got some trouble.
I'm gonna scroll up quite a bit here because they've been talking away, and I'll do a roll call. Wow, I can't even go back to the beginning, so I'm just gonna go back as far as it goes. We have Janice, we have RJ, the mad one himself. We got Todd, aka Soda Pop, Earl Painter, Four Walls Music, Lefty Mike, Adam EVH, Jason Wade, Brian Cote, JJ, the man himself from the House of Jam. Awesome stuff. Let's see. We got Kevin Belton. We've got Jack Clark. Welcome, Jack. Let's see. Will Varela is in the house. Of course he is. Brad Miller, the man himself. Awesome. I see my sister's in here, which is always great. Metal Stage O, Sinner. Good to see you, buddy. And Guitar Hack. Jeez. Wow, we were gone a while. Okay. Scroll in. I'm about halfway through. Christ. Absolute mayhem. All right, I'm just going to quickly go through here, folks. Jason Wade, Brian Cote, Rick Hefner. Awesome. Everybody, welcome. Welcome one and all. How about that? If you have any questions for either of us, feel free to ask. Caleb. Forgot about Caleb. Jeez, Caleb has got a brand new channel out. Check out, folks. Nerd Halen. I'm actually going to replace his link down below, which is right below or above Ike's link down below for cool channels to check out. I'm going to take out Caleb's channel. I'm going to put in the Nerd Halen channel. If you haven't checked that out yet, Ike, he's got basically a Van Halen tribute act, but he's a nerd.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And he will be at NAMM.
Oh, sweet. I was going to do and we might actually still do this, but I don't want to give it away, but we might do it. So I like t-shirts. And I like doing t-shirt designs, and it's kind of stupid. And I got the new one coming out, so if anybody wants to check those out, they could probably check them out next week. I think we'll do a quick video or something. But I wanted to do a shirt that said Greta Van Heflin. And take the women and children first. You know, the picture on the back of the album cover.
Yeah.
We put all of our faces from the store on that, and we're gonna just make up new songs and call it Greta Van Heflin.
Love it.
Works for the other band,
Yeah. Brian Fingerless Guitar, our latest contest winners in here. We got Terry's in here, Dan of New Jersey, Eddie Van Haskell, Scott Nickerson, David Ennis. Jeez. Everyone's flying in.
Ah, thanks, Brad. What's up, RJ? There's some familiar names in here. I see.
More than welcome, Caleb. And I said to Caleb he needs to come to NAMM at least one of the days in full Nerd Halen dress.
I'm going to have to go check that out and see what that's all about.
Yes. I'll be rocking my Nerd Halen shirt one of the days at NAMM.
Nerd Halen, if you want to do a t-shirt swap, I'm all about it, bro.
There you go. Hey, Fender Guru, tuning in from New Zealand. So I realized, what was it, about 6 months ago, you got back into doing the YouTube stuff with the What the Facts. Love it. That's my, although you did switch from Thursday to Friday, but, okay.
We did a little bit of, well, yeah, because the thing is that planning to get it done for Thursday started just being a tremendous pain in the ass, to be honest. So, and since it's only been like 2 weeks, number one, nobody really noticed except for you. So I appreciate that. Number two is that we actually are seeing a little bit more views. I mean, we don't have a ton of views, but we're seeing a little bit more views now that we put it out on Friday than we were on Thursday. So
awesome.
So I'm gonna go with it. Yeah,
everyone should check out. I think it's, at least under the channels that I subscribe to, it's the best pre-recorded Q&A that comes out on any kind of a weekly basis. Like, you watch an episode, folks, you drop a comment down below. The next week, they're reading off your comment. You know, it's great stuff. And Dylan plays a great sideman to you.
That's how it is at the store. See, the thing is like, if you come in the shop, whatever you see on like what the FAQ, that's what it's like at the store. So it's like cracking jokes and screwing around, and that's just kind of how it is. That's why the FAQ is virtually unedited. And we're doing it, and customers sometimes come in, and sometimes we get busy, and we're like, we gotta go.
I love that. You know, it was funny. Like, I do once a month, or once every 2 months, we do a live broadcast of our weekly show for Martin's Music. Yeah. And the funniest thing is, their door chime is identical to yours.
Like, is it the crappy wireless one from Amazon?
Yeah, it's like that multiple beep, and I'm like, and so the store's open while we're broadcasting, and sure enough, it comes off, and I'm like, Flipside? It's my first thought. But I love it. It's the realness.
Wow, that's kind of how we roll.
Yeah.
You know, we're not really good at trying to bullshit. Sorry. Yeah. I also have colorful language, so you get that too.
I'm not monetized yet.
Neither am I, and that's why I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm going to say stuff. I mean, you know, you get those folks that are like, well, my kid could be watching this, and I'm like, how old's your kid? Like 8, 9? Why don't you ride the bus?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, ride the bus with your kid one time, and you'll realize that they know words that they're making up stuff that's dirtier than we know. So.
Yeah. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? There we go. Terry put a link to Facebook page. Nice. YouTube page, the website. Thank you, Terry.
And he's all over it. Thanks, Terry. I appreciate that, brother.
Yes. Yeah. And I think I've seen some, maybe because I ask a question damn near every week on the show, I've seen some traffic come back my way too. Like, I'm thinking, you know, like, I'll see a new name in the chat, and I was thinking, you know, like, I kind of recognize that name. And then it'll be like the next week I'll comment on your video, and they've already commented. Okay, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice, because even I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I jumped in on one of your live streams because I rang the bell.
Yeah.
You know when you're happening, and I don't know, you mentioned it, and you're like, yeah, go check Ike out, and I think we got like 5 or 6 subscribers from you just going, hey man, go check those guys out. So I thought that was just super cool, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, you have me just on the selection for your backdrop, which I know you're going to change up a bit. You were talking about that last week, shooting from a different angle and stuff. But, you know, I'm always window shopping with my eyes while you're answering questions.
We may have done that by design.
Well, yeah.
Got some stuff we got an area in the back we're kind of fixing up too. So we're gonna try to show different angles of the store all the way around, because we got a lot of amps in the back, and then there's other guitars back there too. So, you know, just different angles, change it up a little bit.
Sure. Have you done a virtual tour of the store video?
You know, Ryan from RNA Music was at the shop like 2 years ago now, I think. 2 years ago from last summer, if that makes any sense. And we did a video, and he kind of walked around, but not since we've opened up the back. So maybe I should probably do that. I'm just really bad at some of this stuff.
Well, that's why you delegate it. You make Dylan do it.
Yeah, I could. I should. We're kind of getting there though. Like, we've been working on a bunch of stuff, getting our website right. We're still getting pictures up and descriptions and trying to get everything. We're trying to get all that like boring ass utility shit done, because it sucks so bad to do that stuff. But it's a necessity for what we do. We have to sell a product, and I don't necessarily always want to do the manufacturer's product with the white background. It's boring.
Yeah.
You know? So we want to take some pictures with the product in its natural habitat, if you will.
I like it. I like it.
So we're just doing a lot of that stuff, and we kind of figure, like, by the time we get back from NAMM, we should be a little bit better off to kind of do a little bit more video, and that we got a whole list of things we want to do, even some goofy crap. And
Right.
so hopefully we'll have time for all that stuff after NAMM.
Which I do have to announce, and since JJ's in the chat, breaking news: there will not be a NAMM party on the Friday night of NAMM, co-hosted by myself and the Captain Smith. Unfortunately, Mike got, without getting into any kind of stuff we don't like to talk about on the channel, let's just say Mike really, it's not financially feasible to go because he's been working for free for the last month. So that's what I'm saying on that. And unfortunately, he can't go. So we're going to cancel the party. So that frees up the Friday night for JJ and I. And I'm sure we can get up to no good together, Ike.
Yeah, because I was planning on going wherever you guys were going. I was like, that sounds like fun. You know,
I still heard about some other parties in and around. So
there's plenty to do. And there's always after. I mean, there's a lot of music going on, too. I think Reverend has got a thing going on maybe Friday night or Saturday night with, you know, Mike Zito. Is it Mike Zito? Or no, not Mike Zito. Rick Vito.
Rick Vito. Okay.
Yeah, pretty close. Rick Vito and then Greg Koch, both are playing.
Right.
So
and Greg Koch is amazing. So
yeah, I ran into him last year at the in Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all day. It was hot as hell, and I go. So I've never been in Nashville, so I didn't realize that the humidity is the same as being underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah. So jeans was a shitty idea. and I was like, oh, well, he's playing over at this bar over here. I'll just walk from the convention center and go check him out. Really cool, right? Halfway through, I feel like I'm going to die. It's like I'm in a sauna, right? I walk into the club, and luckily enough, there's like a wall of cool air, and I'm like, this is great. I walk in, and he's like, thank you, folks. Great night. Have a great time. And I'm like, literally, I caught the last 15 seconds of the show, and that was the end of it.
I caught him playing a set at Gearfest, and then I was fortunate enough to meet him. He was setting up to do a thing at the Fishman booth, and he had like just tuned up, set up his gear, you know, and then he's standing around for 10 minutes. And I actually got to shoot a video with him, which was awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just 30 seconds of me trying to out-Greg. Yeah.
Man, that's when you just got to stay in your lane.
Yeah.
But he's a super nice guy. I met him.
Yeah.
I've run into him a few different times. Last year at NAMM, he was standing behind me getting a sandwich. So I got a chance to kind of shoot the shit with him. So I keep running into him. Nashville is the same thing. He was playing for Fishman. He's got a Reverend guitar coming out. I don't know if that's breaking news or not.
It's not for me, but I bet you it is for others. Only because I'm a huge Reverend fan, and I'm a huge Greg Koch fan. And let's be honest, when he started doing the show with Haas there, I went,
coming.
Only a matter of time.
That's what when I was in Nashville. That's what I kind of walked up. He was playing. He was just by himself. There's nobody there in front of the booth, and I walked up and I was like, "Hey, man," and he's like, "Hey, how's it going, dude?" And I'm like, "So, let me ask you a question." And he goes, "Mm-hmm." And I go, I see you sniffing around Reverend a lot. So what's happening? You know, and he goes, well, I don't know, but maybe you should keep an eye out. Maybe sometime, maybe June, January. So
yeah,
let me know at the NAMM show in Nashville that something was cooking, which is cool. I mean, we're Reverend dealers, so I'm excited to get one of the guitars in the shop.
Right. We got a question. A64 T-Bird asks, hey, Ben, any opinion on the Roland GR505 synthesizer guitar? It's 24-pin, but I guess there's an adapter to make it a 13-pin. Sounds like fun. I remember those, having grown up in the 80s. The thing that's kind of interesting about them is when you play them, you have to play them different. I played some of those synthesized guitars, and there's like buttons under the fretboard that register as opposed to the string on the fret itself. I'm not sure if the Roland one is that way. I remember the Casio one was definitely that way. But yeah, they can be a bunch of fun.
What's the latency like on one of those, though? Is there a big,
80s? It's not the 2000s.
Yeah. It's like playing what's that show or game? Rocksmith. You ever played Rocksmith?
And JJ just mentioned Larry Mitchell's playing 11 p.m. Friday at the Marriott. Perfect.
That's right there too. It's like right.
Yeah.
This is your first NAMM show, right?
It is.
You're gonna be like a kid in candy store, man. You're gonna be. It's a world of imagination.
Well, see, the funny, yeah, like literally, it was a year ago, like this week, I launched the YouTube channel. So it was the first 2 or 3 shows was talking about NAMM and me watching as many NAMM videos as I could so I could form some form of opinion for my audience of, say, 8 people watching or what have you. And to think a year later, and I'm going to NAMM. And not am I going, but I already know people there. It's not like I'm just going as a complete stranger. Like I know you, I know Steve from Boston, you know, actually, I just heard from Mr. Baker on Friday. Robert Baker is going to be coming on the channel after NAMM. We just have nailed down a date. So,
yeah, Baker's a cool dude, man. I've known him for years now. We used to go to NAMM, like we used to stay in the same hotel, but now Baker's all big time. So, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
He's big time. Wow, that dude's the hardest working dude, though. I mean, he's, you know, what's really cool is he's an authentic guy. I mean, he really works hard, and he deserves every bit of, you know, success that he's had. So it's kind of cool. But now the Vola guys take care of him because he's doing a lot of stuff with the Vola and everything. Right. So it's fun though. We had a lot of fun for a few years.
See you later, Janice. She has to head out. Yeah. I thought I ran into him at Gearfest as well, and I thought, you know, like, oh wow, you know, there's someone, you know, he's got a major channel. I think he was right at around 150,000 subscribers at the time, and he stood and talked to me for the better part of half an hour in the drizzling rain, no shelter or anything, and we're just standing there getting wet, just talking gear.
Yeah, he'll do that. He's that kind of dude. That's what's cool, man. I mean, I've known him. I think he had about 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers when I first subscribed to him, and then I met him through, I think, Ryan at RNA Music.
Okay.
And plus we had the Chapman thing going on. Baker wanted to be a Chapman artist, I think.
Okay.
And then, you know, Chapman threw shade at him and said you needed like 10,000 subscribers, and he's like, and he didn't have that at the time, and
now look.
And then there's a whole story in between there, and now he's got a couple 100,000.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, good on him.
Like some of us aspire to have, you know, a wrench next to our name. He's got a check mark. Yeah. What does that say? And good to see old man Dan in the chat. Robert Baker for president.
Do it.
Sure.
I'll vote for him. I'll vote for Baker.
I can't vote, but I would vote if I could vote for him. He's like, everyone just get along and play guitar.
I think that's the great equalizer right there.
That's right.
Just hang out and make some music. Just everybody relax.
Hey, Rob. I missed saying hey to Rob earlier. Paul Lou as well just joined us. We got 42 people watching. Nice.
Ah, awesome.
Leave a thumbs up if you dig what we're talking about.
I think you don't dig it somewhere.
Like, I don't know why you're watching if you don't dig it. It's just a bunch of nerds talking gear. Hey, Marsman. The gang is all here. So what are you looking forward to at NAMM? I know I asked you on your weekly show, and you gave a very smart-ass answer, which I thank you for.
Come on. What do you expect?
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing, so I have some brands that I'm looking to maybe get after this year. So that's going to be like the big thing that I'm excited about.
Right.
Now that's on the business side. Okay, so like when I go to NAMM, there's like a duality going on.
Right.
So there's the business guy that goes, okay, I need to talk to this brand, that brand, to see if I can work a deal here, see if there's a way for us to get in. And then the other side is like, holy shit, that's so cool! Look at that thing. Ah! You know, so there's like the guitar geek that's like, you know, I want to see
it's like one of those. It would never sell in my store, but I still want it so bad.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you what, man. Like, I think it was last year or the year before. You know, I went to the 2 Rock and that booth, which, you know, their shit is like super spendy. But man, it sounds so good.
Right.
And so it was just cool to go in there and kind of nerd out on gear. Now, last year, I spent a lot of time. I set a lot of appointments last year, and all I did was run all year. So this year, I'm super sparse, and my reps are calling me, and they're like, "Hey, what do you want to set an appointment?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." You know, I already deal with them, so I'm like, "You guys can tell me the cool stuff that you have." So
Yeah.
I'm excited about maybe bringing on a couple new brands.
Yeah, I'd imagine if I was a business owner like yourself, you know, where you're established in the fact that you're going to touch base with a handful of companies you work with. There's a handful of companies that have already taken care of themselves and you don't even need to touch base with.
Right.
Then there's the handful of potential companies you want to work with, and then there's going to be the others that you just simply want to check out their stuff.
Right, and there's, you know, like the pedal brands that we're interested in. You know, that's going to be something cool because Dylan's actually going this year too.
Right.
So this is his first year to kind of geek out, and you guys could probably, you know, do some geeking out together if you guys want.
And you and JJ can laugh at us doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. And I'll be like, that's great. But there's a lot of cool. Yeah, there's a lot of cool. I mean, I'm interested in some of the pedal companies because we want to bring on. That's like our main thing. So we have a ton of pedals. We probably got more pedals in the state of Colorado than anybody else.
I think they're always a great thing to get into because they don't take up a lot of floor space.
Right.
And in the world of the internet, you're more likely to buy a pedal online than a guitar, I think. At least for me personally, because judging on gear reviews, you can kind of figure it out. Hey, now we got a special someone in the chat here. We have Travis Taylor from Reno Finn Custom Guitars in the chat.
Ah, sweet. What's up, dude?
Hey, buddy. I was telling Ike off air that he's getting a set of our custom pickups, same ones that are in my custom or my signature telly. And he wants them in black because I was supposed to message him after the show. He's sending them out tomorrow to me. So there we go. He wants them in black.
I'm going to try it. Like I said, I think I'm going to put them in. I have a 72 thin line body in my shop, and I've been wanting to build that out for like 2 years now. And I think I'm just going to make it into like a swamp caster type thing. I'm just going to kind of fade out I'm not going to make it look like road worn, you know. I want it to make it look like it's old, but it's not because I want it to make it look like it's old because I made it look old, not because I look like I wore it out. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
So.
And Travis just said black it is. Perfect.
Awesome.
Showman asks, you have custom pickups, anything in single coil? Yes, we are working on some single coils as we speak. The Mad Professor sent me a bunch of photos of single coils and humbuckers and P90s. Oh my.
What about, are you guys going to do, I was going to say, you guys going to do humbuckers?
Yep. Yeah. He did a pair. We're just discussing it. The standard 5,000 wind pickup for the neck and 5,300 winds on the bridge to make it a little hotter.
Nice. It's going to be more PAF style.
Exactly. So you can still get some articulation out of it. There's so many companies that are doing those 15, 16K output or more now.
Yeah. I like the old school. I got so this guy has got.
Hey, Showman.
That guy right there. These are actually, so you got the PAFs, and then these are the patent numbers. So these are like the series right after. And this is a new Gibson. This isn't anything super old. But I bought this one in a 63 Melody Maker that a guy was selling on Craigslist. And I bought it for like $200. And I opened it up and I realized that patent numbers. So they sound really cool. It's definitely got that cool old vibe to it.
Right on.
That's why I ended up putting it in here, you know. I don't know.
Very nice. Very nice. We got Dennis Brio joining us. Awesome. Yeah, Travis has been very busy at designing pickups. He's doing a custom build for Richie. And then we're going to knock out a few of my signature guitars. And definitely we have to send one down your way for you to check out and let us know what you think.
Like I said, we're going to be doing more videos this year, so you'll be seeing a lot of stuff. You'll see our custom, my Texas Toast guitar when that gets done. That'll be done pretty soon. But what's your telly going to retail for?
2,000 Canadian. So right about now, that's about 1,400 US.
All right, that's in the ballpark.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal for, a custom guitar.
Sure. That's what we're thinking. We didn't want to go too much, obviously, but you also don't want to go too low because it is a custom hand-built guitar.
I mean, that $1,500 range US is a pretty good spot to be, I think. Just because where are you going to get a hand-built guitar for $1,500?
Exactly.
You get these other guys that are like, oh, my guitars are 3,000 or 3,500 because I do a French polish and blah 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 blah, and you're like, that's great, it'll never sell.
Exactly.
But at 1,500, people will get after it for that price.
There we go. And Travis just said 15% off the first 5 orders. So there you go, folks. It is renofin.ca. No www, no HTTP, just straight to renofin.ca. He's got a gallery of guitars on there, and including obviously mine, and you can contact him through there. And if you want, you can put in his contact email, and if it gets stopped by YouTube, I'm sure Amanda, who's known Travis since they were like 5 years old, will allow it to go through. And Soda Pop was asking if you get fret sprout where you are.
Yeah. A lot.
That's what I thought. Not a lot of moisture there.
Yeah, we're considered, so in Colorado, we're considered a high desert. So summertime, right now it's super dry. And even in the summertime, you're looking at 7 to 10%, sometimes more. I mean, it obviously it fluctuates with the weather and all that kind of stuff. But we're notorious. We got 2 humidifiers blowing all the time at the shop.
Sure.
But even with that, some guitars still, I've gotten really good at, fret ends.
Good.
Rounded over.
As a customer, that just pleases me because so few shops will even do, say, a height or action on a guitar, let alone take care of fret sprouting. And I'm thinking, isn't your purpose to sell this guitar, move your merchandise? And
that's exactly the thought I have. And I mean, we do that in like the $200 Squires. I'll be in the back,
sure,
carving it right, and because number one, I like to do it. It's kind of therapeutic, to be honest. It takes my mind away from all the other businessy crap I got to deal with.
Sure.
So it's nice to just work on a guitar, but you're looking at a $200 US Squire Affinity Strat, and I'm fixing the ends of the frets so that they're nice and rounded over. They're nice, they play nice. There's no sprout, and we do setups. I mean, $200 guitar is going to play nice when you get it from us. And the thing is, GC or some of the bigger companies don't always do that, and it just blows my mind why they don't.
And let's see. Travis is saying he has 0 experience in live chats. Terry posted Travis's website, which is awesome. And then Four Walls Music was asking, what is Texas Toast Guitars? Sorry, I'm not familiar with them.
So Texas Toast Guitars. Hold on, I was typing in Reno Fin. Texas Toast Guitars is a guitar company here in Colorado. They're in a suburb that's actually, Matt's shop is about 4 miles away from my house. And so Matt's been building guitars for years, and he just does a bunch of different cool things. People ask him for certain stuff, and he'll build it. So here's the thing. Right now, I have basically like a Gretsch Jupiter Jet, so the Billy Bow body with a fabric top, which looks really rad. I mean, he started doing some fabric tops, and now he's done a couple dozen, if not more. but it's all hand built. He uses a little bit more. But right now, I have a guitar in the queue. Dylan's got an Explorer in the queue. Chris, that works at the store, has a Flying V in the queue. So all of us, he's building a guitar for all of us.
Sure.
And what's nice about Matt, he does have a YouTube channel. So if you want to check those guys out, check out Texas Toast Guitars. He's also done vlog stuff, and he's cool as shit, man. We just sit around and drink beer and hang out. It's cool.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Awesome. And I did see another question. Showman rarely sees fret sprout. Well, he's in Florida, so that helps. Other than on new guitars. And I see, did he say, oh, Matthew Stewart's in the chat. Want to say hi to him?
Actually, another thing that goes along with the fret sprout. So when people come in, when people come from like let's say Florida or New York or something like that, and they move to Colorado, it's a lot of times with acoustics, bridge pops up, cracking, all that stuff. So we always tell people to make sure that they keep their shit humidified. Otherwise, they're gonna have problems. The guitars have to settle in here. If they do settle in, you're usually pretty good, because then you can bring it anywhere. Really?
Yeah, exactly. Guitar Hack asks, Ike, what's the biggest pedal seller for you?
Like specific pedal? Like,
I would think specific pedal, because he's a bit of a pedal head.
There's a few different ones that we sell a lot of. Earthquaker Devices is done, as far as a company, that's a big one for us.
Mm-hmm.
Sell a ton of those. Another pedal that we sell a lot is the Dude by J Rocket.
Okay.
We sell a ton of those because it's kind of got a Dumble feel. That's what I use too, and it's just a great pedal. Certain companies excel at certain things. Like Earthquaker does a lot of spacey stuff, but their drives are really nice too. But Earthquaker or J Rocket, we really feel like their distortions and their overdrives are just second to none.
I haven't tried any of their stuff. I gotta check them out.
Yeah, their clone, the Archer Icon.
Okay.
It's a fantastic pedal.
Okay, I know of that one. Okay, yeah. Metal Stage asks, where do you sell your shirts?
We sell them right on the website. So if you go to the website, it'll be under accessories, I think, and then it'll say like Flipside merch.
And JJ asks, do you have any used original OCD pedals in the store?
Not any of the originals. I think we got a 1.7. We might have a 1.7 right now. But usually OCDs come in 2-3 days, they're gone, no matter what.
Yeah, he's on a OCD kick. He's trying to get all 7 of them. So
I got one here.
That's a good one. Let's see. Guitar Center never has enough guitar techs. I don't think they have enough knowledgeable salespeople from what I've heard. And I've never been into a Guitar Center, but I've only heard the stories.
Even their guitar techs too, man.
I'm sure you get good and bad, but
yeah,
it seems like the good ones seem to move on, I've heard.
Well, the good ones know that they can make more money somewhere else or even just out of their house, and that's why they don't stay there. They're not getting compensated properly. I mean, why would you stay at a place that's not going to take care of you?
Exactly. Showman says, give me a shout when you get some idea on how those single coils are going to sound. Will do, man. So, Travis, if you're still watching, apparently I'm going to need a set of single coils to test out and give Showman the opinion, and then hopefully we can send a set down to Florida. Yeah, the nice thing is they're all hand wound. He picked up a pickup winder last year, and
nice.
First set of pickups he did were my P90s.
I'm excited to check those out, by the way.
And we decided to reverse wind the bridge too to help with the hum. So with both, like if you put it in the middle position, should be pretty good. Mine aren't, but he really did an A+ job in shielding the guitar. So there's still some buzz in it, but not like it could be, because the output is or the bridge pickup is overwound. So,
and you're gonna get that. I mean, P90s, you're gonna get it. No matter how much you shield it, you're still gonna get some of that.
yeah.
You know, I got a Reverend over here, and I gotta be in the right position in this room for it not to buzz like crazy. It's a killer sounding pickup, and it's just, it depends on the wiring, and you never know where you're going to be. I mean, if you're at a shitty club that's got shitty wiring,
the wiring is so fine here that when I turn up my amps, I can hear radio stations on occasion.
This whole room here, I redid all the walls, but all the wiring I didn't redo when I did it like almost a year and a half ago, and it's terrible. It's just it buzzes like crazy in here on the P90s. Even on the single coils, it'll get pretty bad.
And JJ says he's been playing his Les Paul with the P90s today. Tones, excellent. JJ's got a set of pickups coming as well.
Nice.
Hey JJ, do you want him in white, cream, or black? Since we have Travis in the chat, we can find out. Might as well get all the shopping done now. And I'm just going to bring him to NAMM, by the way, Ike. That was my idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do with the shirts, too. So, JJ, I got shirts for you, too, man.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I think JJ was asking about that. He was like, does Ike have this? I'm like, I don't know, ask him. Would you have time to send it before NAMM? I'm like, or bring it to NAMM? Just chances are you're always going to come home with more stuff than when you arrive with, because you end up with all this stuff, the freebie stuff and this and that. Like, I wasn't a collector of guitar picks until I started a YouTube channel, and it seemed like, like good folks will send me something and include some picks along with it, and then I started going to these events this year, and that's the modern day business card is a guitar pick. So you walk out with 30, 40 guitar picks. I'm like, well, I guess I'm collecting picks now.
That and stickers.
Yeah.
We got a ton of
stickers.
I'll bring some of those too. I think I sent you some stickers last time, right?
Yeah, you sent me a sticker, beer cozy, which I should be using. Oh, there it is right here.
Yeah, there you go. We even got hot sauce, dude.
No way.
Yeah, we got hot sauce.
Now that I can check out.
We got the Demogorgon pedal, which is our awesome fuzz pedal that we collaborated with Matt from Stomp Underfoot. So I was like, you know what? It would be cool if we had like hot sauce. And so Dylan's friend works at a hot sauce place, and they do like, it's basically like an OEM place. They make hot sauce and you can put your label on it. So we have like a sriracha hot sauce. It's called, we got one that's regular and it's just hot licks.
Nice.
Right.
Love it.
And the other one is demon spit.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Actually, hang on one second. I'm going to show you. All right, watch out, doggies.
Hope everyone's enjoying the show tonight. I'm having an absolute blast, and it's not just because the beer's going down very well. Looking for a new creamer Beretta, eh, Will? All right, we'll see what we can do. Oh, there it is. Say something. Once you're done going.
That's the demon spit. And then that's the other one. That's just our regular hot sauce.
That would probably be more my speed. Because I like hot sauce, but I don't like hot sauce.
Here's the insider tip. They're both the same.
Nice.
All right, so do it labels, so we put them on. I'm like, just put half on one, half on the other.
So you need to do a third one called the face melter?
Well, we got a couple that we got a couple different ideas on some of the next ones. We're gonna do a green Russian and make it like a green chili.
Okay.
But I got all sorts of weird ideas for stupid things.
Question: by any chance, do you carry Kramer guitars?
I don't currently.
Okay.
But you never know. We're always open to opportunities if they'll work for us.
Well, I asked because Will just said in the chat after NAMM he's looking for a new Beretta, and if so, he'd like to buy it through you.
Sweet. If you want to, Will, just message me through Facebook, through the Flipside Music page, and then I'll see what I can do, man.
Yes. And apparently Travis makes hot sauce as well as guitars and pickups.
Nice.
Nice.
I'd like to make barbecue sauce at one. So I used to work in restaurants for like 22 years. Just so that's kind of part of my background. So I'm a pretty solid cook as well. So I actually want to make one, like a barbecue sauce or even a hot sauce that's basically my recipe.
Love it. Love the idea. Rick says Ike should log into the chat so we can direct questions. You should be able to if it's at Flipside.
Yeah, dude, I'm right here, man.
Yeah, I just tried it at Flipside. It comes up. And hello to Rick Hefner, by the way, and Gussie Wells. A few others jump in. Dale Palmer. Some guy named Flipside Music.
That's me.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes.
Hey, Dale Palmer, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
I know that guy. Yeah, there is no hot sauce like the hot sauce we put on burgers in Rochester. That's upstate New York. So
it's directly across the lake from me.
Yep. So if you've been to Nick Tahoe's in Rochester, right?
I've only been to Rochester once, and that was in 1986. So I know I went to the Great House of Guitars while I was there.
That was my music store when I was a kid. Place was overwhelming, just because everything was leaning on each other, and you'd have to move 6 guitars to get to the one guitar you want, and then you had to let it all go, and you could just hear everything scraping on each other.
I love the piles of concert shirts in the basement where you literally were wading through knee-deep T-shirts to find the one you want.
And then you get one, and the freaking logo is halfway to the other side because it's some.
But it's $2, so you don't care.
Yep. Man, I love the house guitars. I bought plenty of gear from there, and all my CDs and tapes and shit like that when I was a kid. All that stuff was from there.
My sister just said, "Oh my God, that was '86." Yeah, we did a road trip where basically we drove around Lake Ontario over the course of 2 or 3 days. So fun times. Yes, I'm trying to think. Was it Dan's Crafts and Things? We went to Dan's Crafts and Things. I just wanted to see the things. I didn't care about the crafts.
Well, it's actually close to my old neighborhood. That's close to my old.
No way.
Culver Road. Yeah. I
see the world, small world.
So.
Let's see here. People talking to each other.
Yeah. My concert. Yeah. Dale, midnight.
Yep. Went to Chuck E. Cheese. That's right. Some of the worst pizza in the world.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Travis says we got all the Great House of Guitars commercials. Yeah, because we got all the Rochester TV stations across the lake.
Dude, that place is like, when I think about stuff, like, man, that's the shit I grew up with. So it's like hop money, man. Oh, that was a kid. I'm like, those guys scared everybody's parents. They went there and bought all their parents were scared. They're musicians. They're on. Yeah! That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
I love it.
The Easter Bunny and Christmas commercials were awesome. I agree, Dale. Yeah, that's the funny thing, because we're like straight across the lake and we're an independent, like our cable TV was independent. They just brought in like your Canadian networks and then all the Rochester stations, and that was it.
Yeah, what was it? W8 like that, I think. Times I lived at home. Yeah. All my family's still there.
Trying to remember.
Guitar, is there any issues shipping stuff to Canada? We love shipping stuff to Canada.
Yeah, slight delay.
Our new website is actually set up for it. Give like some kind of a shipping quote or whatever. But if anybody's interested that's in Canada, feel free to call a brother up, man. We can always work something out too. So I'm old school. I'll answer the phone.
There we go. Everyone's talking about Rochester now in the chat. That's familiar with Rochester. The home of French's mustard.
Yes, and Xerox.
Yep, and Kodak.
Was Kodak big, and Jello wasn't too far away from Rochester either.
Oh man, I had a 50-50 shot at grabbing a beer out of the right 6-pack. I grabbed the wrong one. Oh yeah, WCMF.
Dude, I only had one. Yep, that was the other one. Was WMJQ. That was 92.
Oh, yeah, Magic FM.
Yep. Brad's asking me, what? You actually talk to people on the phone? I do, man. I actually call So here's a cool, I don't know if it's a cool story or whatever, but it's customer service kind of thing. If we ever have issues, we're shipping issues or stuff like that, or there's a problem, guitars or something's not right, I call people and I'm freaking amazed at how people react, and they're like, wait a minute, you're actually calling me to tell me that there's a problem? I'm like, people don't do this? Like, people don't call you and let you know there's an issue? I'm like, I don't want an email. I would rather talk to a guy, you know, that explains what's happening. So much more informative. So, I don't know. It's my thing.
Sure. Soda Pop, a lot of dead soldiers on the floor. Yeah, I'm looking at a couple of 2.4s, a couple of 6-packs. 98 PXY was my sister's mainstay. Yeah, because you listen to all that pop stuff.
Ugh, terrible.
Yeah, I know.
So Rick Hefner is asking something about a vintage guitar, bringing it in to get it worked on. Dude, bring it in, man. Our guy, you can talk to Nick. Our guy's super cool. He knows his stuff. I mean, he's a, you know, certified Evertune installer. So he's used to like really digging into a guitar. That's another thing we're working on, actually getting him all set up to be a authorized Fender repair guy too. So yeah, man, bring it in. You can talk to him if you don't feel comfortable. That's cool. No hard feelings. If you do, rock on. He'll take care of you.
Sure. Hey, we got Suave Trainwreck joining us. Hey, Bruce. Good to see you. Tuning in from Ohio, as I recall. Nice. Very nice.
What's up, Suave?
Says he'll bring it in. Perfect.
Awesome. That's great, man.
There we go. So Travis just said, still watching, but I'm working on Rich's guitar now, so no more typing. All right, folks, no more questions to Travis. He's working on Richie's guitar. That's his wedding present. We need it to turn out sweet. Well, I know it'll turn out well.
So let me ask you a question. What are you looking forward most to checking out when you go to NAMM?
Honestly, and it sounds cheesy, but fellow YouTubers and like just meeting folks. It was weird because at first I was like thinking about, okay, you know, I want to hit all these booths and, you know, talk to these companies. But then I was like, I don't have that big of a channel. And in today's world, because YouTube has grown so much, it's like, well, we don't want to deal with you. We want to deal with, say, the Tone King or something, like with someone with, you know, 100,000 subscribers or 90,000 in TK's case. You know, what do you bring to the table? But so, and it was weird. And I started thinking of it, and I really got my own head to the point of, I actually had a panic attack about a week and a half ago, like full blown. And I was just like, because I've had anxiety issues in the past. So I knew the signs, and I was like, no, just go have fun. Whatever happens, happens. And then you had messaged me the other day, and you're like, hey, as soon as you get there, we should meet up. And I went, well, this works well. Because, yeah, I would like to hang out with you together hitting these booths, you know, especially companies that you already deal with. You have a relationship. Hey, this is Ben. He's a cool guy, blah, blah, you know, type thing. Not that I'm looking to use you to get into these companies, but
Yeah,
It
okay.
helps to have a mutual friend.
Sure, man. You're trying to butter me up with some P90s. I see what's up.
No, it's payback for the T-shirt.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, see, my opinion is that like the guys that are giant, like the big guys, they're cool, and there's a lot of really cool YouTubers out there. But there's a lot of guys, let's say that like you that are a small channel, but it's the same in a lot of different ways. My thought is hey, if you had let's say you got a pizza shop or a sandwich shop, you're one guy. Well, how do you know that Ben's Gourmet Pizza Shop doesn't turn into a giant thing?
Right.
So why would you discount that, or why would you discount anybody like that? You'll see though at the NAMM show, you'll see that. You might even see that from other YouTubers. I mean, not trying to be a dick or be specific with anybody because I don't know.
Right.
You may see that, but I look at it going, nobody knows. You could be, in another year, you could have 100,000 subscribers.
Right.
So you just never know. There's always room for people that are doing good stuff out in the marketplace. So exactly. I think it's just really good to just be friendly and be cool with everybody because you never know. Even as a small shop, we've gotten discounted from companies that were like, well, you're just a little guy. And now they're calling us to go, hey, we don't have any representation in Denver. You want to carry your stuff? And I'm like, piss off. You didn't want to talk to me when we didn't do shit. But, so I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. But
yeah, I think like the folks in the chat have it right. They're like, oh, you're a good guy. Just be yourself. And yeah, I'm just going to go be me, hang out, have fun. I'm looking forward to, like, say, meeting a lot of fellow YouTubers, some industry folks I'm looking forward to. Like, I met Robert Keeley last year. I'd like to talk to him again. Definitely, if I can get a chance to shoot some video, like interviews with various people, that's awesome. I've got it set up. I've got a dual lav mic set up now for my phone. So we'll be able to do, at least pre-recorded stuff. I'm not going to try to go live from NAMM. That's just a waste of time and energy. And it's
tough because it's noisy. So if you're trying to, do anything on the show on the floor, it could be tough. But like they're kind of saying, just be cool, and people will be cool back. I don't, I know a decent amount of people. I don't know like a ton of people, but I just try to be nice, and folks that are cool with me, I'm cool with them back, and that's awesome. And if not, then whatever. I always figure people gravitate towards people that are doing the similar thing and being cool with each other, and that's just kind of how I think it works. So it'll be fun.
Brian Lather just says you're getting known quickly. It's not far from blowing up. It's funny. I've had a couple instances like the first time I had the Tone King on for a hangout, and he had referenced a previous video of mine, and I was just like, I started to say to him, hey, oh, cool, you checked it out. And I got halfway through saying that, and I went, wait, I exist? That's all I could come up. And he said, oh, we are very aware of you, Ben. And I thought, well, who's we? And then I thought, well, his, let's say, group of 8 or so YouTube channels that are all kind of buddies. And I went, huh, okay, cool, thanks. Obviously somebody went, hey, there's a new kid on the block type thing.
A lot of these guys definitely talk and they know each other because I've talked to, I've been friends with Lewis for a while. And he's one of those guys that was kind of like, you should do more videos, dude. Like, we know you. We hang out at NAMM. Nobody, you're not doing videos. We're doing videos. You should do some shit because we know you.
Yeah.
And, you just be yourself and do your thing. And people, some people aren't going to like you, and that's cool. That's just life. But other people are going to jump on board and enjoy whatever it is that you bring to the table, But it was kind of cool because he said the same thing. He's like, dude, people know who you guys are. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's the way to network and grow. It's just,
a few people are saying where they met me and stuff. Like Brian found me through Tone Talk. I think I saw earlier Brad Miller said he met me through one of Robert Baker's streams. And that was the thing. Like, prior to doing this, I was just one of the guys in the chat like anyone else. And then I kind of started a Thursday show because nobody was doing Thursday nights. And I wanted a place for us in the chat to hang out. And hey, Riley's here. Jeez, Riley, what is it like? Riley's in the UK. It's like 2:30 in the morning.
It's late.
Yeah. You know, Four Walls Music says I had Robert Baker comment on one of my videos. I was like, holy crap. Hey, I had the same thing when Phil McKnight commented, hey, cool review. And it was one of these where I go into the music store, just set up the phone on an amp, kind of guerrilla review of like a 2-minute video. And he's like, oh, that's cool. Keep it up. And I was like, okay, thanks.
Like, sure. And I think that's part of it, is like just turning the camera on and just, there you go. You know, Ryan is the one. Ryan from RNA Music was just hammering me for like the longest time. Like every video he put out, he was just giving me shit about not doing videos. And that's why we brought back the What the FAQ, you know, because I was like, all right, we got to get back we just got to turn the camera on and let people, you know, see what we're doing, or just see who the hell we are in the first place.
Sure. Let's see. Will says, Ben, I don't think these major brands at NAMM, they don't understand or maybe don't care unless you have a lot of subs, but don't realize your channel can go into the thousands. And that's one of the reasons I'm looking to talk with smaller companies too. It's like, let's work together.
That's me too. That's why I like the guys that are doing the smaller, you know, they have smaller channels or whatever, because it's a good relationship. I mean, I met you and I'm like, hey, he's cool, dude. That sounds like fun. You know, then it's like, oh, you're you know, where you are is in the same part of the country that I'm from. So that's kind of a cool thing. And it's like, well, we're all here geeking out on guitars and stuff. There again, we can all help each other in any way we can. There's no harm in that at all, you know?
So there's a question to the chat. Where did you discover Ike or myself? I'm just curious on that. I know a lot of folks where I met a lot of them, but I'm curious on that, because sometimes, you know, you get a random person subscribes you at 2 in the morning, and then a couple of weeks later they're in one of your live chats, and I'm just, you know, like Guitar Hack mentioned, you know, he just opened up YouTube one day, and it happened to have on the homepage that I was live, and he tuned in and went, holy crap, this is kind of neat.
I think that's how I found you too, or something. Or maybe it was with Tone King or something. Maybe
Tone King and Metal Stage. In both of those, I think they were like both live the same night.
Yeah, the metal one is where I remember seeing you first.
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, I'll subscribe to that guy. He seems all right.
Yeah, because I remember, because I started talking retail with you automatically, because I'm like, hey, a music store's here, and I'm like, so retail, blah blah, and you're like, oh, this guy knows about retail business. And it's like, yeah, well, I try. And we've got a 6-String Planet in here. Hey Ed, how you doing? The new channel. Let's see. Sinner Metal Stage O said he met you through Tone King. Makes sense.
Showman Blues asked me about Vola. So Vola's been doing pretty good. We're definitely getting calls. We've sold a few guitars. I really like them. So we haven't done any of the real heavy, expensive ones, like the real spendy ones. But like the made in Japan ones that are about 1,500, those have done pretty good.
Nice. I like Guitar Hack's answer. I know about Flipside from doing a live stream with them. That's right. Yeah, because the first time you were on would have been, I think, the first round table that Guitar Hack did.
Yeah.
Doing a good job getting it there and being seen. I tried, man. I try. Will met me through TK. Riley says YouTube recommended me after watching Henning, and he saw me in the comments. Actually, I got to get Henning back on at some point. He's been super busy. We did a hangout, I think, back in like July or August or something.
Yeah, I don't see much. A lot of his stuff doesn't pop up on my videos or my feed. It's funny. Like I try to watch certain things, and it's tough because I know enough dudes, and I'm like, man, I ain't got enough time to watch all this shit. You know what I mean? It's tough.
Oh yeah, I know. It's like there's literally I've got, let's say, 5-6 hours a day if I wanted to watch YouTube, but there's 25 hours of content being put out a day.
Right, and you got to practice. You got a band. You got you got shit to do, and it's like, wow, I'd love to watch that, but so what I do sometimes is on the ride home, I'll watch sometimes RNA Music's, their question and answer thing, or something.
Yeah, it seems to me.
Watching them.
Yeah, because it was a couple of weeks ago. I think you said you were driving home listening to Canucks.
Yeah, because I was at the stoplight and I'm like, it said, I'm like, bleep. I was just trying to come in when I was at the red lights.
Nice. Soda Pop met me through Cheddar. Cool.
Cheddar Kung Pao. He's actually getting a Texas Toast guitar if he hasn't got it already.
Yeah, he has one already.
Did he get it already?
Yep.
That's cool.
I do believe. And I want to say congratulations to Cheddar. If he's checking this out on the replay, he's passed 1,000 subscribers, which is awesome.
Awesome, dude.
Now, his channel has blown up because when he started going live earlier last year there, we were about the same size. And it was kind of cool because I could kind of see where I was going, but he had come off the whole helping out at TGU and stuff, and his channel just blew up overnight. It was awesome.
So is that how he kind of started to get more? Because my channel, I get to,
and then Sean Daniel gave him a huge shout out. And that really helped.
Ah, okay. See, my channel is like, I get 2, I lose 3, I get 1, I lose 2. So I've been like this. But at the same time, when I first started the channel, we were dealers for Chapman guitars. And since we're not now, so I'm thinking that those are a lot of those people that are falling off because we're not, we're not that. Right. But we've also had people that have come over from like Robert Baker or Tone King. And I'm like, I think those guys are staying. I think some of that older crowd is falling off because we're just not doing what they're used to seeing, I guess. So, but the way I look at it is I'm like, ah, shit, we're still getting people, we're getting people that are subscribing. So there's like people kind of coming on board, knowing what we're doing right now and hopefully enjoying it. So Metal Stage O says Chapman boo. I agree with you. 100%. Ben knows.
Yep, I know. I'm not saying anything. And thank you for the sub, Six String Planet.
What's that?
Six String Planet said he just subscribed. Thank you very much. That's not too shabby. Cheddar picked the wrong neck. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Oh. I was wondering what Rick was saying. He said he didn't like it, though he ordered incorrectly. Okay. Thank you for elaborating, Rick.
I wonder what he picked and what happened.
Yeah, and I'm the same way too, Ed. You upload a video, it usually gets an immediate thumb down and an unsub. But then you gain 2 more subs after within a day, so. Yeah,
and I try to focus on it's funny because Dylan at the shop is always, he always knows me as like, yeah, glass is half full. Yep. Whatever, we're doing it. People are coming on board. Whoever's dropping off, fuck them, man. We don't need them.
Yep.
Sorry. You know what? They don't. If we're not for everybody, that's cool.
Exactly. And that's the way I see it. Like, if you like what I do, fine. Like, I try to improve the channel, month to month and stuff like that. Like the next thing is improving my internet here. So everything will be much clearer. Like, my internet is so bad right now, it takes me an hour to upload a 4-minute video.
Oh, man, that's brutal.
But, of course, you got to upload it in HD because otherwise it's not worth watching these days, so.
I was told that our videos are great. They're pretty good on the small screen, but if you try to put it on any bigger screen, it gets pretty blurry. So
I watch it on my laptop. It seems fine to me.
That's what I thought. And I was like, maybe it's their internet connection, but
yeah.
I mean, I think
we expect you if you're watching YouTube on like a 60-inch TV or something. What do you expect, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to watch. Nobody wants to watch me on a 60-inch TV.
Yeah. And not to mention, how good is their internet connection to be able to support 1080 HP and
right. I think somebody asked me what's the acoustic in the back. I don't know which one are you.
Seagull.
Oh, that one over there. That's a Seagull.
See,
I got a mini over on the other side, but I don't think you guys can see that.
No, I can't see that. I just see the seagull only.
I've had that one for a while. It's beat the shit. But
hey, those seagulls are great.
The neck's a little thin for me. That's the only thing that kind of gets me. It gets uncomfortable. You'll see, man. When you meet me, I'll shake your hand and you'll be like, holy crap. That dude's got a giant hand. So it gets uncomfortable when I have like just real thin necks going like that way.
Yeah.
It just gets crampy.
Yeah, see, smaller the better for me. I love small necks.
Ugh. See, I like that Les Paul, that gold top I showed you.
Yep.
And that's got the 15 neck on it, and I mean it's like butter for me. Texas Toast, they do the big fat necks too. My Duchess that they're building, it's pretty funny because I go, yeah, just do that, and Matt's like, that's about the fattest neck we've ever built. I'm like, that's pretty fine, dude. I'm like, I'm good. He's like, really? I go, yeah. You know, it was like a little bit over an inch all the way down the neck.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Chuck says, do you do custom pickups for Telecasters? We don't build them, no. We sell them.
I can get you some. They're in development if you want to hold off.
Yeah, Ben can hook you up.
Yeah. And I want to say hello to Sam Knack. He's new to the channel. I met him earlier today in Pete Thorne's chat, I believe.
Oh, nice.
And he's going to NAMM as well, I think. We had a chat on Facebook, if I'm remembering who I was chatting with correctly today. Music and Nature, welcome. And something else is... Rob said thank you for accepting his friend request on Facebook. You're more than welcome, Rob. Keep up the content. Keep up the Facebook post. Keep up everything. We got 46 people watching. Okay. And it was Sam. Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you'll like the neck on my signature guitar. It's modeled after a 60s Tele neck.
So is it thin?
It's pretty thin.
Yeah, I probably won't, just to be honest. Yeah, and that 72 that I was talking about, that thin line that I'm probably going to put those P90s in, I got an all parts, it's an inch thick all the way down the neck. It's kind of that. And it was one of the reasons I almost pulled the trigger on a Richie Kotzen.
Right.
Because it's got the fat neck, and I just, man, it's just so, it's comfortable for me.
Sure, Chuck, email away. I'll check my email since you mentioned I'll email you. It's kind of nice. We get people emailing in pictures of guitars and stuff like that, and we'll show them off on shows.
Nice.
Yeah. It's the advantage of having an email link down below in all your videos, right?
What's that?
Always have an email link in your videos. So if somebody's like, hey, can I communicate? Yep. Email right down below.
Yeah, we're going to, well, at the NAMM show, man, let's talk a little more. Maybe we could figure out some collaborative stuff.
I figured, we'd sit down over a few pints one night and figure that out. And
brainstorm some ideas. Because, we got some video stuff that we're going to do. I do want to do more live stream, too, for the show. So, I don't know. I just love to hear
any way that I can help grow your channel.
Yeah, we kind of need it. Because I think it's going to be fun. I just want to have fun with it. And it's like, I don't want it to be a fucking QVC. It's a constant sales pitch. We're the greatest. We know everything kind of bullshit channel thing. I just want it to be like, hey, we got stuff. Hopefully you want to buy it from us.
Yeah.
You have a lot of choices and you can support any company you want, but hopefully you like to support us.
Yeah. Hey, we got this pedal. We think it's cool. Do you think it's cool? If you think it's cool, buy it from us.
Yeah. It's kind of where my whole idea for and plus same thing with like used gear. We get some cool stuff through the shop, and we want to maybe do a quick review and go, hey, we have this. If you want it, grab it from us.
Exactly. Yeah, I remember last year you're like, hey, you showed interest in the channel from day one essentially. And you're like, hey, can we do something? And I was like, well, I'm kind of sponsored by a mom and pop already. However, I know you carry stuff they don't, and I am more than happy to work with any of that stuff.
And we're in the States too, so it's a little,
Exactly.
So it's
Yeah,
a little
I'm more than happy to do all kinds of stuff together.
well, you know, you kind of had me at Telecaster, bro. So
Yeah.
if you didn't happen to notice.
Yeah. I remember the first time you were on, I'm like, so you're into tellies? Yeah. I'm like, do you want to see some vintage tellies? And you're like, yes. Well, I just happen to have a couple within arm's reach.
I do love a Telly, man. That's my new acquisition right there.
Oh, nice.
G&L ASAT Classic.
Beautiful.
It's been at the shop. It's been kind of sitting around, and I think I ordered 3 of them when that order came in, and we sold 1 in-house. We sold 1 on Reverb, and that one that was the one I kept grabbing and playing because I loved the way it sounded.
Right.
Because there's guitars at the shop where I grab them and I'm like, this one's great. You know, this one's good, but this one, there's something about it.
Yeah, this one speaks to me.
Right. And the other day, somebody emailed me about pictures about that guitar on Reverb, and I'm like, sold it. And then I just took it off the listing and I brought it home. I was so scared that somebody was going to buy it and it was going to go away that I was like, oh, that doesn't happen very often for me. I better just take this thing and bring it home. So
Rick Hefner says you have a Strat on your wall that I just love, Sunburst with a black pick guard.
oh yeah, the one with the maple fretboard.
I think so.
It's a that's a Legacy or an S500.
Nice.
Yeah, the G&L stuff, man. I'll tell you what. I personally, I think bang for the buck, you can't beat that.
Yeah, and especially used, like, because they, for whatever reason, they don't hold their value like a Fender does. But you're like, but it is a Fender. As far as I'm concerned, it's a Fender.
I think it's a little bit more Fender than Fender.
Yeah.
They're actually using, when you think about it, they're using more, even though Leo's been dead for a while.
Yeah.
That fulcrum system on hundreds and the Legacy, that'll beat the shit out of that 6-screw thing that they put on the Strat.
Yeah, I got the dual point on my '89 Strat and love it.
I mean, that's kind of, you know, that's my opinion. But like, you know, their MFD pickups are awesome. That's what's in that. You know, their big fat ones too that they put in the classics or the deluxes are great.
Let's see, we got Saboteur's music in the chat. Cool. And JJ saying love the MFD pickups. Very cool.
Yeah, there you
go. Sam, yeah, since you're new to the channel, he says 41 watching now. Pretty good. Usually it's Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then I do a weekly show with my co-host Richie on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Those are the 2 main things. And then I randomly put up videos here and there. I have in the past and may start doing again after NAMM, also Mondays at 3 p.m. Eastern. Getting a lot of people on, like European guests and stuff like that, like ChinaGuitar Sceptic, Henning, Mike Bradley. I've had on Vlad from Catpick Studios, just to name a few. It works better for them because that's 8, 9 at night in Europe. So we do a Monday afternoon thing here, which, I'm looking to do some more of too. And of course, yes, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and ring that bell and look for the link down below for Flipside Music's YouTube channel and subscribe to them as well. Some great content.
Dave wanted to say hello. Say hello, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Say hello. See? Hey, buddy. Hey, if there's a Steve O out there somewhere in the chat, thanks, dude. Bought a shirt.
Oh, cool.
All right. You good, bud? G&L is to Fender what Mini Cooper is to BMW. Yeah, but them Mini Coopers are pretty badass. So.
Oh, and I've got an update from Travis as well. He says just to let everyone know that we give stuff to. There's 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it, we'll make it right. Which is nice. Stand behind his product. Will says, haven't seen a live chat from China Guitar in a while. No, he's been sick. There's a nasty flu bug going around. Well, this is some nice stuff, Rob. Rob sent photos of his one LTD. Very nice, sir. With reverse headstock.
Oh, you got to go outside, right? Okay.
An LTD with a non-reversed headstock. With some other cool stuff. And a couple of Jacksons, which I love that Rhodes V. King V. I don't know. I don't know my Jacksons that well. I just know I like it. I need to get a V in my collection at some point.
We got one of those in the shop. Randy Rhodes V Jackson. It's pretty badass.
Nice. Chuck says, I hope I added you to my contacts correctly. I need new reading glasses, so I shot you an email. All right. I will check for said email. I see it. Hey, dude. I want to change the pickups out of my Harley Benton TD30. They're weak. Please hit me back. I will. Once we work on a set of standard Telly pickups, I will be in touch, sir. Brian Landress sent a photo as well of his Telecaster build.
Ooh.
Oh, that's nice.
Dude, Joe.
I love the tortoiseshell pickguard. I have a soft spot for them.
I was thinking about changing this one to a white, maybe a white pickguard on this.
Well, you know, I'm kind of biased to that.
Yeah, I love that. See, I was going to put, and I got a sticker of, you know, Wolf, the Jerry Garcia.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I got that. I don't remember where I got that, but I was thinking about putting that right behind the bridge. I bought a Schroeder bridge. I don't know if you're familiar with Schroeder.
Yep.
The guys at Lucky Dog Guitars use them. That's how I found them, and it just looks badass. So I bought one of those to put on that. But I think white pickguard, new bridge, and then maybe a sticker. I think I'm too old to put a sticker on a guitar, right?
Sure. Let's see here. Guitar Hack saying everyone should like and subscribe each other. I agree. Let's grow this community. And it'll throw YouTube on their head if everyone has 1,000 subscribers. Clive, good to see you, man. Cheers. Kind of late for you, too. I think he's in the UK as well. How about I scroll the right way?
Yeah, it's going by quick. Hang on one second. I got these dogs got to go outside.
Yeah, go ahead, good sir.
All right, come on.
It's good to see everyone in here. You're never too old for stickers, Soda Pop. Wow. Okay, I don't have the one guitar in here that I have a sticker on. I usually, when I put stickers on a guitar, always put them on the pickguard. That way it won't mess with your finish. Because you won't have your paint fading differently around the sticker as opposed to underneath it. At least that's for me. I agree, RJ. Hoping for 200. Been there. That was me in May. I think. May I hit 200 subs. It's crazy. You flatline for about 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden you can gain 10 or 15 in a day. And it's just like, where are all these people? Hey, Steve. Good to see you, buddy. Yes, Rick. That's one. This, you guys, I don't know how well you can see it. This flight case is basically covered in stickers. What were you asking there, Six String? Let me scroll back up. Am I still with the vape company? Yes. Yep. I still work for the Stinky Canuck, part-time. Just 2-3 days a week. And it leaves me with more time for YouTube.
All right.
Yeah, good to know. You can remove sticker goo with hair conditioner on the goo overnight. I was just saying, if you put a sticker on a guitar, always put it on the pickguard, so that way it doesn't mess up your paint fading.
Ah, good point.
So yeah, I have one on my Mexican Telly, which is actually in the other room because I was using it at band practice yesterday.
Nice. Yeah, this one just got it, so it's kind of, I'm in the honeymoon period.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really kind of digging it, trying to figure out what, that sounds more telly than any of the other tellies I have, just because it has a single coils in it, and everything else I got them all screwed up. I just like the telly shape. So what's going to end up happening is I'm just going to have 15 tellies with every different combination that I want.
Yep. Well, that's how that ended up with P90s, because when Travis was building the guitar, originally it was just going to be standard, telly setup with some custom pickups. And then Rich is like, look, dude, you already have, you have active pickups in your 67. You got passive ones in your 71. You got humbuckers in your Mexican. Why don't you go for P90s and fill out the set? And I was like, you're right. And I'm so glad we did, because when the first time he plugged it in, he played an E chord. He went, what are these pickups? I'm like, custom P90s, dude. My signature set. And he's like, oh, we have to talk about this on tonight's show, because it was like on a Thursday at his place.
Yeah, I love the sound of P90s, man. That's why I'm kind of excited to put that in that 72 thin line. That'll be pretty.
Yeah.
It's just got a nice bite. And that with my Blues Deluxe, P90s with that Blues Deluxe, that shit's like peanut butter and jelly, dude.
Yep. Yeah, that's my main gigging amp, is the Blues Deluxe as well.
Yeah, look, mine's been modified. My amp, I got a buddy that's a amp guru. He did all the tone stack, and we did everything. He did my Blues DeVille and my Blues Junior too. But that Deluxe is my main one, because it's loud enough and it's just got a bite. And then I have like kind of the volume thing and the effects loop, so I can cook the tubes a bit but keep it down.
Nice. Looks like Absolute Mayhem's headed out. See you, buddy. Always a pleasure. We'll have to hang out again soon. He was over here last week. He showed me he's got a LTD EC series with a Floyd Rose that he got set up. He wanted me to check it out. So we sat in here, had a few pints, and he's like, so this is what the studio looks like in person. And I was like, yeah, buddy, grab whatever gear you want to try. And
nice.
Ooh. So Will Varela sent us in some photos of his, what appears to be a Strat and a Les Paul. Here we go, folks. This is what Will rocks out on. Very nice stuff.
Nice.
I dig it. I dig it. Is Ed under the weather? I hope you feel better, Ed. I don't wish a cold on anyone.
Terry asked, I guess, Four Walls Music asked if my shop was passed down by family or how it came about. Interesting story real quick. I used to eBay and buy and sell, tweak, fix, sell, move things around, just as like a side hustle, just some fun, playing with gear.
Sure.
And years ago, I broke my ankle, and I was stuck at home with a cast for like 5 months. So while I was home, I was like, man, I got to do something. And I had a buddy of mine bring me downtown. I got a DBA. And I basically just started making phone calls and see if anybody would sell me gear, like wholesale, so I could sell it on eBay or Amazon. And that's kind of how it started, with about like $750 in a broken ankle. And then from there, I just started buying more stuff. And before I knew it, I had a house full of shit.
Nice.
And, that house full of shit turned into a store.
Yep. Yep.
So
I feel like I'm getting there myself at times. I was rearranging this room today a bit, and I don't need 5 amplifiers.
Oh yeah, I had stuff in this other room, and the whole room was just filled. Because I started with pedals, because pedals were easy to get into, and there was way less hurdles to get over with some of the smaller companies. I'm like, hey, can I sell your stuff? And they're like, who are you? And I'm like, I sell on eBay. And they're like, yeah, we'll do it, whatever. You sound like a cool guy. And some companies would start. At first, I was just selling like really cheap Chinese stuff, whatever I can get my hands on. And then I just knew that I needed to do more like real stuff that had name recognition.
Yeah.
And actually MXR was the first company that ever sold me real gear.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm pretty loyal to those guys, because of that. actually my rep was really cool. He was the one that actually gave me the okay. So, but that's kind of that's how it started, really.
Okay. And it looks like Soda Pop is headed out. See you, buddy. Always a pleasure. Yeah, we'll probably wrap up in a few minutes ourselves anyways. So
yeah, I
get
rolling.
Go to the top of the hour here. So if you guys have any last questions, ask away now, and we still got a few minutes to be able to answer them.
Steve is asking if I have a dog. I do, Steve. I have 2 dogs, actually. Here, come here. I got Dave. Here's my dog, Dave. Where am I? That's Dave. He's a blue heeler. He's ridiculous. And then that's Angie.
Nice. Ooh, a guitar-related question even.
Yeah. Get out of here.
What's the best noise gate? Me personally, I use a Behringer noise gate because I just do. It was cheap. It was like $35 and it worked. The MXR Smart Gate is very nice. The Boss noise suppressor is pretty good. Do you have any to add to that list, Ike?
Those are the ones that I like as well, to be honest.
They seem to be the industry standard.
The noise gate is the one that I would kind of go with. That's the one I like.
I'm waiting for that year in the pedal community, the boutique noise gates.
We need the talent boosters. Yeah. That's what we need.
Yeah, we all need that. Have you guys heard of GTX guitars? Seems to be, isn't GTX like an entry-level line of guitars?
Is that Guitar Fetish? Or is that SX guitars? I don't remember.
I think Guitar Fetish is the SX guitars.
Okay. So I'm not familiar with those.
Yeah. Like the only thing I'm thinking of it was like, very low end, like kind of like an imitation of the Yamaha stuff, like the Pacificas and some of their shredder stuff. That's what they kind of reminded me of was Yamahas.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, best noise gate, no fluorescent lighting. Yeah, exactly, Ed.
Play outside in the field.
Yep.
That's what sucks about our shop, because it's kind of like a flex space. So our showroom area at one time would have been like a what do you call it? Like an office or something. And then our warehouse space, which we've converted some of our warehouse space into actually showroom space, it's all just filled with terrible wiring. So unfortunately, we got to deal with that sometimes. But yeah, fluorescent lights suck.
All right, and we have one more photo to show. Chuck sent in his Chinese no-name guitar, but it's his #1 beater. That's an interesting body shape.
Yeah, that's pretty wicked.
That's wild. That's wild. I'll give you bonus points for that one, Chuck. Interesting guitar. Gravel Stevo 179. How goes it, Ben? Goes good, buddy. Goes very good. Thanks for tuning in. See, I love playing outdoor park and festival gigs. All wiring could be a nightmare in old buildings. Yeah, I know. The nice bars never hire the bands. It's always the old, century-old wiring, all that fun stuff. All right, one more photo. Here's Terry, moderator, ambassador to YouTube. His new neck on his, I think that's a Mexican Strat body, which is very light colored. So there we go.
Nice.
You know where I can find an electrolarynx? I don't know what electrolarynx is. Sorry, Eddie.
Eddie looks like he's in Buffalo, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yeah, dimmers on lights really cause a lot of noise too. I agree. Yeah, okay. It just says 2011 MIM Strat. So I was right on that. Awesome. All right. So if you guys have any last questions, do you have anything you would like to add tonight, Ike?
I don't think so. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are looking for another channel to just get a different point of view or want to check out some stuff.
Yeah, Ike's channel is great. He isn't inundating you with like an hour-long video every day. The What the Facts weekly show is awesome. Check out some older stuff in there as well. He's got some gear reviews and such as well.
And more of that stuff coming this year too, which would be fun. So there's stuff to check out coming forward. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. Nice. And if you're new to this channel, again, please subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified whenever I put out some content. So there we go. Steve just subscribed to your channel. Excellent. My sister, thanks for hanging out, Ike. Always a fun time. I agree.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
All right. Well, if you just hold the line, I'm going to wrap things up here. So I want to thank each and every person in the chat or watching that isn't signed in and isn't in the chat, watching on replay even. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Every view counts to me. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. And as I always say, hold those doors open. Let that guy in ahead of you in traffic. Do good things, and good things will happen to you because karma is real. I know it. Ike knows it. You folks know it. So everyone have a great night. And until next time, rock on. Cheers, folks.